Welcome to the next part of the Banjo-Kazooie Any % tutorial. In this section we're going to cover leaving Clanker's Cavern to enter Grazizi Peak, which will cover the trick FP early. So let's get started. So first of all, leaving Clanker's Cavern. We're going to be in Talon Shop, because we were when we left the level. And you just want to start jumping. Now, you could do all kinds of wonky camera stuff in this room, but basically you just want to jump down into the camera. So zoom it out, zoom it in, that way it won't get caught on the door, and you should get in that door pretty cleanly. There I was a tad off center, but basically, yeah. So I want to go like, I usually do one big jump and then another big jump, and basically something like that. Here's one bit where you can actually do one of those Taz frame perfect jumps to kind of look cool and save a little bit of time. If you jump off there and then you try and get the jump, so I will try and get it at least once. So you'd want to like jump off there and do that jump like that. That's, I don't know, a little bit faster if you want. Anyway, and then if you do fail it and you end up down here, just like hug the wall to get back up. So there's sort of a specific angle that you can hug the wall. You can see if I just go up the hill, it's kind of slow. But if I hug the wall like that, it's really fast. Anyway, so I do like 1, 2, 3, and then peck. Note doors are similar to Jiggy Jigs in that you want to peck. You want to peck before you hit it, otherwise you get that little animation. Now there's a couple things you could do here. You could do a flutter cancel and get Talon Trot into that loading zone there. So it would look like flutter cancel on the stairs and then Talon Trot as you hit the loading zone. I like to just get into Talon Trot and just jump through there though. Now here's where I do like a little jump kind of upright, slide down that slope, and then do another jump. Now you want to get really long slides here because the ground is like sloping down all the way to here. So if you're jumping over the ground, like, yeah, you'll get like 700 speed. But if you're letting your slides ride out as long as they can, you're getting like 710, 710, like that, which is really good. So you'd land kind of like up here, one more jump, one big jump, one big jump. There's sort of two separate strats here. I like to get in Talon Trot and jump up to there. It's even more important if the note door is not there, which is not in this category, but in 100% you end up not having the note door there. The other way you can do it is just jump and flutter. You can like land here, then roll, jump, flutter, roll, jump. Either way. I like to Talon Trot to the note door. I think it is a little bit faster. Again, you can do the flutter cancel, Talon Trot into loading zone, or you can just Talon Trot and jump through. Now, fun fact about this room, it actually runs at 20 frames a second for some bizarre reason. So if we have a look at the frame rate, it's like a solid constant 20 just by design. So if you try and flutter cancel in this room, it actually doesn't work. Anyway, that's a little fun fact about this room. But the reason I bring it up is because your inputs will get dropped more than usual. And if we go into the pause menu, it's actually a lot slower because the room runs at 20 frames a second. And also if you talk to Brentilda in this room, it takes a lot longer because the text goes slower because you're at 20 frames a second. Just a weird thing about this room. It's the only room I know of that does this. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so it'll drop your inputs a lot more. Now, I'm going to go up here, grab this token behind here, and then jump out here. You want to peck as soon as you hit this loading zone. Now, don't even touch the joystick, just hold Z and press C up 3 times. Or like, just mash it and Banjo will shoot 3 eggs. And then, yeah, so you don't even need to aim that egg shot, just don't even touch the stick. It is technically faster to leave that web, though, and then do it as we're doing FB early, but like, don't do that unless you're super duper advanced. Anyway, jump up right. Now, the slope's going up, so I do big jumps. So that I don't, like, as we saw in the movement tutorial, like, when I jump off this slope, I'm hitting, like, 697-ish. But if I, like, just do a big jump off the slope, and I keep it, I go all the way up to 700 during the jump. So I like big jumps up that slope. And then I slide down this slope and get up to like 720, but I jump off before I hit the end of my slide. Now the ground is pretty much flat, so you just do your normal movement. But yeah, so you really want to make the most of like doing big jumps up this slope and then doing like a little jump down this, like sliding down that one. Anyway, pretty flat ground here, so it's standard. Jump and peck. Grab these 4 feathers if you're a little bit nervous. Come over here and grab this token. Roll off and then jump flutter. Now the shoes will normally be to the right here, so you want to kind of go to the left if you've done the room roughly how I would do the room. And then yeah, you can hit this switch from really far away, so something like that. Now, here comes FP early. It's very hard when you first learn it, but it will get consistent eventually. I mean, I still miss it occasionally, but it's not too bad. So hold down and press A. Hold R, hold forward. 3, 4, back. 3. And then just kind of like wiggle the stick here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, I think it was only 1, 2. And then... Anyway, something like that is what an FP early looks like. Now, if you're comfortable with FP early, just skip to the next section right now. If not, I'm going to go back and go through exactly what I'm doing. So, if you have the practice menu, practicing FP early is really not too bad. But if you don't, it's going to be a bit of a pain. We use the thing fly anywhere, and if you press the D-pad down, then Banjo will fly from anywhere. So here, basically we're coming at this in Talon Drop. You want to try and hit a consistent spot on the fly pad, because that's just going to make your setup more consistent. I like to hit like forward, so as close to this door as I can get on the fly pad. So you want to like hold towards the door and then fly. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, back, and then here. Now you want the camera to be pointing downwards as much as you can, really. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, up, and then into FP. We would go into FP there, I'm not going to now. So basically, yeah, with this, you've got sort of a couple ways it can happen. Like the camera can be pointing forwards too much, and that is when you'll miss FP early. So if it looks like that, where we're facing forwards, it's going to be really bad, and it's not going to work. Except for that it did. But what you really want to do is have it point like... Have it so that it's pointing down at Banjo like that. That's sort of the key that I've found. And this trick is a little bit different on PAL and NTSC as well. The setup I'm showing you now will work on PAL. But the PAL setup specifically doesn't work on NTSC. So yeah, what you... Like, the super important key is just to have the camera pointing down at Banjo. So, something like this, where the camera is pointed... Oh dear. Let's try again from the fly pad. You should learn my setup if it's that consistent that I can't intentionally fail it. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull back, turn around. Also, this is the sort of the left-right angle you want. And then pull back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beak bomb. Now, here's the safe strat. You can just fly onto here, wait a bit. Go up, and then go up. That's the safe strat, and you would get into FP like that. So beak bombing into FP is a little bit hard. Basically, yeah. So the movement after you clip out is basically hold up left, and then do, like, hold R and do 1, 2, 3, 4 taps and beak bomb. Then you kind of, like, get the door... You want to be low under the door and be angling up into the door if you're trying to do that beak bomb. But that beak bomb's pretty stupid, so I would just go with the first beak bomb, not the second one. And if you use 4 feathers, you barely ever like get in bounds. So I'll show you a few more. So forward, and then we're aiming for sort of like... I'll show you the tooth actually. I aim for this tooth here. That's where I'm actually aiming when I do it. Kind of a little bit to the right, so maybe like under this bit of the eye, I guess. Something like that. And then like, so I'll go forward and you'll see when Kazooie's flying, the feathers sort of go up and down. I start turning around when I see the fourth feather flap completely hit fully down. And it kind of correlates with the sound as well. So I'd fly, hold forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, down right, and then come over here. Now this angle is a bit janked because, you need to be facing a little bit more towards the 450 note door. It's kind of hard. But yeah, so two things I could say about the angle, really, is... So, if you're coming, straight at the slope like this, that's not going to be good. You want to be facing the 450 door a little bit more. So, something like this. And, this won't work, finally, because I was facing more forward rather than the camera facing down on the banjo. So... that's pretty much all I can say about this trick. It's just a lot of practice. And it's hard and it sucks, but you'll get used to it. So yeah, something like this, facing the 450 note door. And as you, if you have a look at my stick, I was kind of wiggling it like that. And, yeah. Here I'm a bit high, so I'm going to chicken out, go down a bit. And now I'm under the ground, and then I would do the safe strat. So I'd fly all the way over here, fly up into there. You just don't want to end up on this side of the door. That's the worst thing that can happen. So I guess, yeah, the only bit that I guess I haven't fully explained is exactly what I do after I turn around towards the slope. So just watch the joystick inputs on the bottom left of the screen. So I'm wiggling it a bit, and then that, facing the 450 door a bit more. And just before you do the beak bomb, you want to, pull straight down on the stick. That's what you want. So, you're sort of wiggling and hesitant. And if you do that, banjo will lose a bit of height, but the camera won't really point down too much. And then at the end, you just want to pull the camera down and then do the beak bomb. That's what you want to do. This trick sucks. You lose, 45 seconds every time you miss it. So, practice it a lot. And, yeah, good luck with it. In the next segment, we'll be talking about FP itself. Thanks for watching.